What's up, everyone? It's Vision with Visionary Beats. Before I get into the video, make sure you follow me on all my social medias. And we're going to get into the video. Today's video is going to be about hi-hats, how to improve your hi-hats, how to bring your hi-hats out, how to make them have more bounce. I'm going to go over the basic two-step hi-hat pattern. I'm going to go over a couple other hi-hat patterns that you see in a lot of trap beats today. So let's get into the cook-up. So first off, I have this simple little beat here. Before anybody comes out of the woodwork, this is just for training purposes. This is not an actual beat. It's just I found a loop in one of my packs, and I threw this little beat together in like 5 minutes. So don't get on me about that. That's not what the video is about. So this is what the beat sounds like right now. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get into the hi-hat. So I've already found this hi-hat right here that I like. I think it goes pretty well with the actual beat itself. But today we're going to go over the hi-hat patterns in and of itself. So what I'd like to do is, when you first click it in, your note may be like this. It may be like this, this. It could be anything. So what you're going to want to, this is what I always do. If I'm doing a two-step hi-hat pattern, what I do is I like to just drag it all the way out like this, hit Alt-A on my keyboard, and bring it to right here, this notch right here, and that go ahead, and that'll go ahead and set it at 2 steps. So this is what we have now. But the only problem with two-step hi-hat patterns is you have to be aware that they can get very annoying very fast. Because if all you're hearing throughout an entire beat is a simple two-step hi-hat pattern, it's gonna irritate your ears. It's gonna mess with the ears because there's no variation. It's just the whole way through. So what we do to fix that is, what I like to personally do is I like to set my hi-hats on. I like to set my hi-hats on, like right here. Say you have it like this. So here's our kick, right? This is where our kick and our 808s are going to be. So what I like to do is I like to have a roll right where a kick hits or right where an 808 hits. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and bring this out like this. Do my two-step. And listen for a kick, or just visualize where the kick is. So I hear one right here. Then there's one right here. So what I'll do is I'll highlight, hit Alt-A on my keyboard, and drag this 2 notches to give me 4. And then I'll always grab my select tool, and I'll always take at least 1 out, so that we have this. And then I'll put one right here because I heard another one right here, and I'll make that a 2-step. I'll bring that down to match this right here. And don't worry, we're gonna fix the sound so that you can hear the variations in notes. I have this set it a certain way so that even if I bring it down, it won't mess with the notes. It'll sound the exact same, but we'll fix that in a minute. So we have this. I want one right here, but I don't want this one to be too much, so I'm just gonna do another 2-step. And then I'm gonna highlight all these. I'm gonna hit delete on my keyboard, and then I'm just gonna hit Control B on my keyboard, and that brings it over, so we have the same hi-hat pattern. And right here I'm gonna do a little bit of variation. I'm gonna hit Alt-A on my keyboard, and I'm gonna bring it down 1 notch, and then I'm gonna highlight this last note, highlight all of these, bring it down like that. So here, I'll let y'all hear what it sounds like now. So we go 1, 2, 3. No, bad. Whoops. And then I'm going to hit Control B on my keyboard. And now we have this full hi-hat pattern. So yeah, very nice hi-hat pattern, very simple, not too much going on, and so that's just something that I like to do. I like to make sure that my rolls or my two, are on where a kick hits, so that it brings it out, gives it more bounce. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Control A, and I'm going to delete these, and then we're going to start a new hi-hat pattern. The next one I'm going to go over is the double time hi-hats, and basically what that is you'll hear it'll go really, really fast, but the clap will be on point. The clap will be exactly where it's supposed to be. So this is what this sounds like. So there's that one. That one's not used that much in trap nowadays. Now, don't get me wrong. It has its moments, but you don't really hear it that much. The next one we're gonna go over is you're gonna take your claps. This is double claps, but slow hi-hat. So put one right here, one right there. I'm gonna do like this. So let me just mute these because I don't have the right kick pattern for that. But this is what this sounds like. You hear that one used a relatively decent amount of times in today's trap music. It's not very popular. It's not going to be used all the time, but you hear it every now and then. So let me just fix these real quick. So next is our last hi-hat pattern I'm going to go over, and basically what that is doing a simple two-step hi-hat pattern like this. Actually, I have one more after this. I'm sorry. Doing a simple two-step hi-hat pattern, but doing a lower note hi-hat on this to bring it out, kind of like a snare. So what I'll do is I'll put one here, like this, and then here and here. And what that does is it sounds like a snare, so it brings it out just a little bit. It adds a little bit more groove to your track. Or you can have, sometimes I like to do this. I'll put one there, here, here, here. Just really not like random places, but kind of. So it's like, more groove. See, so, you can place, I'm not going to say you can place them anywhere, don't place them anywhere, but you can place them in pretty random spots, and usually it'll sound pretty good. Next, we're going to go over this one, and this one is one of my favorite ones to use. You hear it in a lot of Little Skies songs, you hear it in some Uzi songs, some Juice WRLD songs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a simple two-step, and I'm going to add in a couple rolls, where I know that they're supposed to be, and we're gonna go from there. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back with you. All right, so I have this hi-hat pattern right here. And what I'm gonna do with this hi-hat pattern is I'm going to highlight one section like this, and then I'm going to click my pencil up here. I'm going to hit shift on my keyboard, click, and drag down one octave so it goes from C5 to C4. I'm going to take this arrow, not like this, don't do this. I'm going to grab this arrow, and I'm going to stretch it out like this. Make sure that it's on point where it needs to be. It is. And then I'm going to hold Alt on my keyboard and scroll down with my mouse. And now we have this. So basically, yeah, that's, if you have any more hi-hats that you can think of, hi-hat patterns that you can think of that I didn't cover, feel free to leave a comment down below. I really hope that this was informative. I hope you had fun watching the video. I hope that you followed along easily. I hope that this really improves your hi-hats. That was the main purpose of this. If you have anything else that you'd like a tutorial on this you'd like to see, leave a comment down below and I'll try to do as many as I can. I really appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned. I'll be going live. I got some work and whatnot, so going live is going to be kind of difficult, but I'll try my best to get into live at least once a week. But anyway, I really enjoy y'all tuning in. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment down below. So I'll see you in the next one.